Lucy 语言家教
Today's English lesson is time. Earlier today, I asked Lucy, "What is a dog biscuit?" Here's her answer. Dog biscuits are delicious cookies for dogs. They are usually shaped like a bone, they're crunchy, and just about the same color as peanut butter. Also, there's various sizes and flavors. Next, I asked Oscar, "What is a sister?" Here's his answer. That's easy. Lucy is my older sister because she is female and we have the same parents, so she's my sister. Those were wonderfully concise and easy to understand answers. Now, dear student, I have a question for you. If Lucy can so easily describe dog biscuits, and Oscar can so easily explain sisters, you can certainly describe something that's even more common than dog biscuits or sisters. It's on your iPhone. It's on your watch. It's on your calendar. It's in the sky as the sun rises and sets. It's everywhere. And we call it time. So please, take 1 minute right now and tell me, what is time? Write your answer here on the line below. What is time? You probably couldn't answer the question, and if you did, then your answer is probably wrong. Sorry if this sounds pessimistic. Just think of it as being realistic. I'll apologize for giving you the difficult question while Lucy and Oscar got the easy ones. When you tried to describe time, like many people, you might have talked about measuring time with seconds and minutes, days and weeks, and so on. That's like measuring a dog biscuit, but not describing the dog biscuit. It's the wrong answer. When I asked you to describe time, you might have felt like St. Augustine, the famous philosopher who was born in the year 354, who said, "I know what time is until you ask me to describe it, and then I can't explain it to you." It's similar to another situation, describing colors. Don't bother using words to describe red or blue or yellow. It isn't possible. Yet there is hope for answering the question, and it begins with perception. For everybody with a working set of eyes, we all perceive color in a similar way. And we all perceive the passage of time in a similar way. When asked what is time, the famous astronomer Carl Sagan said more about what time is not. It's not a flow of something, because what does it flow past? We use time to measure flow. How could we use time to measure time? We are stuck in time. He then added, time is one of those concepts that is profoundly resistant to a simple definition. If you don't agree now, you might after Professor Carroll explains time. Sean Carroll from the California Institute of Technology answered the question this way: "I'm trying to understand how time works. The fact that the past is different from the future, and that we remember the past, but we don't remember the future. These are all related to entropy. Entropy measures how disorderly things are. Lucy's bedroom has some entropy. Oscar's bedroom has a lot of entropy. Entropy gradually increases until reaching complete disorder. In other words, entropy increases as time passes." Are you happy with that answer? I'm not. It's just not a satisfying answer. Up next, the world-famous physicist Stephen Hawking has a detail that he'd like to share with us about the Big Bang. That's the moment when our universe began. According to Hawking, that's also the moment that time began. Can you even imagine that? Before the Big Bang, there was no time, according to Hawking. It also means that someday time could stop. Now, I'd like to introduce Professor John Norton from the University of Pittsburgh. What is time? We asked him. His answer brings us back to Lucy and Oscar's question. You see, what is a dog biscuit? What is a sister? And what is time? Are all is questions. Yet they are very different kinds of is questions. To answer an is question, we must relate the thing, like a dog biscuit or a sister, with something else that you are already familiar with. Recall Lucy's answer. Dog biscuits are delicious cookies for dogs. You're already familiar with cookies and dogs, and that's why you readily accept and understand her answer to that question. So this is why very smart people like Sagan, Carroll, Hawking, and many others can't answer our question, what is time? They are unable to relate time with something else that we are already familiar with. Here's Professor Norton's answer. Lucy likes it, and I think you might like it too. You already understand how today is different from tomorrow, and tomorrow is different from yesterday. You understand that an hour is much longer than a minute. You know how to use a clock to schedule a meeting with a friend at 11 a.m. You already know a lot about time. So, why do you think there's more? Why do you feel that time has a secret? There is nothing more to it. You already understand time perfectly. And this, I think, is a wonderful place to end. You know as much about time as you did before you began reading today's English lesson. Certainly not less. Perhaps you know a little bit more now. Finally, we've come to a very special time. It's time to stop reading, and it's time to answer some questions. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the lesson. To purchase a copy of today's lesson, including the audio recording, a PDF of the lesson, and answer key, send email to lucylanguage@icloud.com.
Lucy 语言家教